Playing on the butterfly. Tot from Hungary going well in lane 3. Cowdrey does enjoy the butterfly. Samarin going well for the Russian Federation down in lane 8. Turning first, in fact, 0.04 of a second ahead of Cowdrey. Third was Tot. Cowdrey really very solid across all the 4 swimming strokes. Really doesn't favour the breaststroke as much as the others. But here comes the backstroke specialist, James Crisp of Great Britain. In good form. That was a nice timed turn there. 1:04.71. Beautiful back to breast turn for James Crisp. James Crisp good on the freestyle. Doesn't always enjoy the breaststroke. Cowdrey here taking perhaps a body length out of James Crisp on this third 50. Buru going well in lane 6 for United States of America. He turns third, Crisp in second, Cowdrey in first. 1:46.08 for Cowdrey at the last turn there. Isn't slow. He really is motoring away here, putting quite a lot of effort into this heat. He doesn't need to, he's going to qualify very easy, but he really is motoring. There's 10 metres to go. No records, but an absolutely solid swim for Matthew Cowdrey. 2:19.79. Second for Crisp. Third for Buru. Fourth for Tot. Martinov fifth. Well, there's the world record holder. James Crisp there. Well, thumbs up for him. So he seems pretty pleased with that 2:22.09. So Matthew Cowdrey showing his butterfly and freestyle technique. A nice morning's work for him. And there are the official results for heat number 2. Have the start list for the final in just a moment. There it is. The fastest 8 men in the world. Cowdrey, Kalnick, Crisp qualify 1, 2 and 3. So Crisp good for a medal. The fastest 8 men from the 2 heats go in the final tonight. Moving on to the women's 200 metres individual medley SM9, heat number 1. 5 swimmers will go, 2 British competitors next to each other. Louise Watkin and Claire Cashmore. Ellen Keane swimming very well here for Ireland, just 17 years of age. Well, we all know that Natalie Detoy is the world record holder, is the defending Paralympic champion. So here are the competitors for heat number 1. There's Watkin, Louise Watkin from Great Britain. She's in lane 4, 20 years of age. Keane there in 6, Cashmore in 5, Watkin in 4, Cole there in 3, Roxon in 2, So the whistle goes. The whistle goes again. So the swimmers mount their blocks, all set for heat number 1.
Take your marks.
Nice start at the top there. Good reaction off the blocks for Roxon, 19 years of age from Canada. Fastest away was actually Cashmore. 0.67 for Cashmore off the blocks. Watkin leading, but only just. Cole in good form for Australia in second. Keane going well in third place at the moment. Keane closest to us for Ireland in lane 6. Out in the lead. In lane 4, Louise Watkin. Cole turns second, Cashmore third. That was a good 50 for Cashmore. 24 years of age from Great Britain. Still in the lead. Louise Watkin there. Cole to her right. Challenging. Cole with the white cap of Australia at the top of the picture. Into the lead now. Watkin in second. Cashmore still in third, but only just. Keane really challenging from Ireland. Watkin now into the lead. Here comes Cashmore. Neck and neck now with Cole. Here comes Cashmore again. Great breaststroke length for her. Louise Watkin from Great Britain leads. Cashmore second for Great Britain. The British rivals now absolutely head to head as Cashmore takes the lead at the final turn. Only just 1 second, 1.06 second clear of Watkin. This is a good morning swim for the Brits, and they really are digging in, having a good race between themselves. Louise Watkin wants to get there first. Cashmore, though, really racing through the final 15 metres. It's going to go to Louise Watkin. A single red light there on the starting blocks indicating the win for Watkin. Second was Cashmore. 2 lights light up on her block, and Keane, didn't she do well for Ireland? Keane was third. There's Keane right there. So that's the end of the first length. You see the nice push-offs and dolphin kicking underwater. There's the finish. So not much in it. The official results for heat number 1. So the defending Paralympic champion, the world record holder, goes in lane 4. Stephanie Mulwood next to her for Great Britain. Gascon for Spain goes in 5, and she's in great form. But there's Natalie Dutoy from South Africa, 28 years of age.
Take your marks.
Fastest start at the very top. Johannes from the USA. Millward responding, 30 years of age now. Stephanie Millward from Great Britain, leading at the moment in this heat number 2. Second is Dutoy. Johannes in third. Millward, Dutoy, Johannes. There's Stephanie Millward. Always has a very nice backstroke. That's halfway down the backstroke length, those big, beefy red markers. These really are chunky anti-wave lane ropes, and that disc there indicates 15 metres away from the end of the length and into the final 5. The flags across the pool. The swimmers will be aware of the stroke count into the touch there, not looking for the wall, which is good. 1:10.72 for Millward at the turn. Dutoy in second. Third is still Johannes. Wozniak fourth for Poland in lane 6. Gascon in 5th. Gray struggling for South Africa. She's in 6th. There's Natalie Dutoy. Into the lead now, Natalie Dutoy. Millward second. And a real challenging length for Johannes of the United States of America, the 19-year-old, up in lane number 2, going very well indeed. Ahead of Millward now. It's Millward third, Johannes in second, Dutoy leading. So a real race between Millward and Johannes. Millward back into second place, 15 metres now from the finish. Natalie Dutoy from South Africa, the Paralympic record holder, the world record holder, the defending Paralympic champion, comes home to win heat number 2, 2:36.92. Second is Millward, third is Johannes, fourth is Gascon, fifth is Wozniak. And coming home in lane 7, Gray from South Africa, 21 years of age. She's in 6th. Natalie Dutoy there. Comfortable winner. That's Millward. Well, she swam well. Saying, yeah, well, that's all right. And a good morning's work for her. Well, we've seen all week what a powerful swimmer Natalie Dutoy is. And there's her finish of this heat, number 2. And the official results are posted. 1-6. And there's the final tonight. Well, that is interesting. The defending champion qualifies first, but Millward, Watkin, Cashmore, second, third and fourth respectively. Good morning performances from the British swimmers. So now moving on to the men's 400 metres freestyle S7 heat number 1. Two heats, 8 swimmers in both of these heats, so 16 swimmers battling it out for just 8 places in the final. Spanja, fastest for this heat. Santos there coming out looking rather happy for Brazil. He's 35 years of age. Craig for Great Britain. He goes in 5. That man there is Kimura for Japan. And there's the records. Jonathan Fox and David Roberts. Fox is here, of course. David Roberts not competing in London 2012. There's Spanja. Kimura in 8, Pollock in 7, Levy in 6, Craig in 5, Spanja goes in 4, Pan in 3, Komarov in 2, Santos will go in lane number 1. So here we go, the 400 freestyle, 8 lengths of the pool.
Take your marks.
Spanja strong on the blocks, but not very good underwater. Craig racing away for Great Britain in the yellow lane with the red hat. Craig, just 15 years of age. One lane up, settling into his stroke is Spanja. Going well in lane number 3 is Pan from the People's Republic of China. Levy also turning well. Levy in lane number 6. Somewhere nearest to us. Levy in second now. Joseph Craig stretching his lead on this second length. So 100 metres down, 300 metres to go. 1:08.48. So Joseph Craig of Great Britain, quite a short stroke, quite a racy stroke. So here he is, going into the turn at 150 metres, 1:44.80, 1.67 seconds clear of Spanja. Levy in third, but that was a good turn for Levy. Fourth is Pan, fifth is Komarov at the moment. Craig in lane 5 for Great Britain. Has an entry time of 4:54.23. So he's on song for that, the halfway stage, 2:21.35. This could be a very, very, very strong lifetime personal best for Joseph Craig in this heat number 1. Doesn't need to swim this fast this morning, but why hold back? Wants to stamp his authority, wants to race tough in the heats, and he wants to race tougher again in the final. So this is the third 100. There's a turn at 250 metres to the applause of the crowd. 2:57.47. Spanja in second. Third was Levy. Fourth is still Pan. Well, the British competitor breathing to his left and to his right. And he's over 3:33.99 at 300 metres. Second is Spanja. Third is Levy. Fourth is Pan. Pan is closing the gap. Komarov in 5th. But this race, the man in form is Joseph Craig of Great Britain, 15-year-old. Continually stretching his lead. The crowd are liking this one. Every time he turns, they roar. 4:10.13, and he brings in the kick as well. Increases the power of his arm stroke. Increases the speed and power of his leg kick. 15 metres from the wall. This is a massive, massive lifetime best time. But look at the race for second. Spanger, Levy. But look at that time. 4:45.79 is in actual fact a new world record. Absolutely phenomenal down that last 100 metres. He really, really went for it this morning. 4:54.23 is entry time. Spanger got second in the end there. A great race head-to-head with Levy and Pan. Pan was third. Demora coming in there. Lane number 8 for Japan. 27 years of age, stopping the clock in 5:45.79. Well, Craig there, didn't he want that? Broke his teammate's world record, would you believe? The record held by Jonathan Fox, 4:47.16. Well, Fox goes in heat number 2 in a few moments. I wonder what he makes of that. Kisses to all the crowd, relishing the moment. So the first world record of the morning goes to Great Britain, goes to Joseph Craig. So there's the official result for heat number 1. Jonathan Fox broke the world record on the 3rd of July last year. And there's the lineup for this heat number 2. Gladkov second fastest on paper with a 4:53.23. So Jonathan Fox has some distance on paper, but is Jonathan Fox on form for this event? We know he's swimming well here in London. Already a gold medalist, so he's really on form. Has he got the endurance across 8 lengths of the pool? We shall soon see. So Pereira goes in 1, Vasnitsia in 2, Lambak in 3, Fox in 4, Gladkov in 5, Duant in 6. Bosiada goes in 7, Perez de Villa in 8. Jonathan Fox, a body length clear of the field already, and he too has a racy stroke, a fast stroke, a high tempo, a high stroke rate. He really is going for it. 30.97, absolutely flying. Gladkov, Lambak in 3rd. Well, this really is a blistering pace down the first 100 metres for Jonathan Fox. Fox, 21 years of age. Gladkov digging in. Gladkov trying to get back one lane down in lane 5. Gladkov just 15 years of age, the youngest in this field. Fox, Gladkov, Lambach. Lambach, the eldest, the 26-year-old American, going well in lane 3, but this man here is the only man in the picture. Jonathan Fox of Great Britain. Until 2 minutes ago, he was the world record holder. The Paralympic record of David Roberts has been absolutely blown out of sight. Roberts for Great Britain took the title on this event 4 years ago in Beijing, and the Brits carry on that track record. I'm sure there'll be gold and silver in the pool tonight for Great Britain. Craig and Fox will go head-to-head next door to each other. Craig, the new world record holder from heat number 1. Fox, the old world record holder till 2 minutes ago. He wants it back, and it looks like he could get it. He's up. 3 seconds up on the split time of Craig from heat number 1. But Craig had a phenomenal last 100 metres. Jonathan Fox in 4. Gladkov in 5 in second place. Still Lambach third in lane number 3. And there's the underwater pictures of the tumble turn of Jonathan Fox. 2.53 seconds clear of Gladkov. Gladkov having the swim of his life. Also inside what was the previous world record until heat 1 dived in. Gladkov making some ground here on Fox in the third 100. Fox has slowed down his tempo. I do wonder whether this third 100 was a tough 100 for him. His first 100 metres was so quick. His first 50 metres was blistering. 3:35.17, Fox leads. Gladkov in second. Third is Lambach. Those 3 competitors in a different class, well ahead of the field. 75 metres to go. And my goodness, Jonathan Fox is struggling. He's tightening, shortening, getting lower in the water. He needs to control his pace for tonight's final. The lactic acid really is burning through his body now, as Gladkov charges and charges again. Fox tries to dig in. A fantastic race here in heat number 2, and Gladkov is coming through. Gladkov just 15 years of age in lane number 5. It's a real battle into the finish. Fox tries to find some energy. There's 15 minutes to go, and Fox has found a gear. Where did it come from? Fox is fighting, and he's fighting hard. A real challenge by Gladkov. Who's going to get the touch? It could well be Fox. On the finish it is. 4:49.91. But wasn't that penultimate length tough for Fox? The last length, he pulled it out from nowhere. The determination was there. Lambach was third. Masnitsia was fourth. Pereira fifth. Bocciaro was sixth. Seventh was Duant in lane number 6. Perez de Villa, 8th in lane 8. But what a race. Very fast rotation there for Gladkov. Quicker than Fox around the turn. Very strong mid-region, strong core strength there for Gladkov. What a race. There's the official results. Fox gets it. Gladkov second, Lambach in third. And there's a start list for tonight's final. The British pair qualify first and second. Big names, Gladkov, Spanier, Pan, Levy, Lambach, Masnitsia, all through. The fastest 8 men in the world. And Jonathan Fox will have to control that early speed if he wants a gold medal. Too determined to get his record back, too tense, too driven. Needs to just be a little bit more relaxed for this evening. So moving on to the women's 400 metres freestyle S7. Just 5 swimmers in this first heat. And there's the start list. Susanna Rogers for Great Britain goes in 4. 29 years of age. Eleven swimmers will line up and battle for 8 places. There's the records. Well, Jacqueline Frenny, we know all about her and the great form she's in here in London 2012. Erin Popovich from the United States of America is the world record holder, not competing here. Popovich won the title in Beijing on the 11th of September 2008. But the world record holder Jacqueline Frenny goes in heat 2, so it's all about heat number 1 right now. Susanna Rogers there for Great Britain in 4. Halevi goes in 6, Palian in 5, Rogers there in 4, Ribeiro goes in lane 3, Nelson in lane number 2. So event number 107, 8 lengths of the pool.
Take your marks.
Very nice start indeed for Susanna Rogers. But up and away at the top of the screen is Nelson. Rogers very good off her blocks. The fastest away, 0.86. But Nelson really racing for Canada. 20-year-old. Palian going well for Ukraine in the blue cap. The swimmer closest to us. Palian just in the lead, possibly. Rogers digging in as we approach the first turn. Well, a touch turn for Palian. Rogers in second place. It's faster to do a tumble turn. Although the fastest way around the wall for Palian must be the touch turn, her preferred style. Susanna Rogers has the ability to do a very good rotation in the tumble turn. Palian leading. There's the touch turn compared to the tumble turn. You can see how Susanna Rogers takes a good half a metre out of Palian because of the rotation. Palian the faster swimmer in the pool, but only just. Palyan, 22 years of age, from Ukraine. Rogers for Great Britain, 29 years of age now. Very experienced competitor. So at 150 metres, Palyan still leads. But out of the turn, it's always Rogers that gets back. Palyan has to catch her up all the way down the length, giving away 0.2 or 3 of a second on every turn. Susanna Rogers of Great Britain, looking good this morning. Her entry time was 5 minutes 22.23. Palyan's time on paper here, 5:24.38. Palyan getting slower on those turns, slower on the push-off. It's a big lean into the wall to get back off again. Palyan, Annie Palyan from Ukraine, swimming very well, just losing it on the turns every time to Susanna Rogers. So the clock ticks away, and these two competitors some 15, 16 metres clear of the rest of the field. 3:20.68, and again, more ground is being taken, in fact, because of the turns demonstrated by Susanna Rogers. So Susanna Rogers now almost a full body length ahead of Palyan as she stretches the lead in the third 100. Palyan really very good with her endurance down this length. Speeds up the stroke rate, and that was a better turn as well. Didn't lean into the wall and hang around so long. Palyan, more energy in the tank. But this lady, Susanna Rogers, in the lead for Great Britain. Penultimate length here, pleasing the crowd. Getting on for almost 15,000 people in the Aquatic Centre this morning. 4:42.50 for Rogers. It's going to be way outside world record pace, but a solid morning performance. The Paralympic record is 5:17.41, and there's 25 metres to go. Palyan still digging in. This is a fine performance for Annie Palyan from Ukraine. Susanna Rogers, 10 metres from the finish. It's going to be just outside the Paralympic record, but Palyan did swim well. 5:22.08. Palyan second. 5:23.49 for a lifetime best time for her. A season best for Susanna Rogers by 0.15 of a second. In lane number 2, Nelson coming in third. Halevi for Israel, fourth. Ribeiro, fifth there for Brazil, but there's the winner. I was very impressed with Annie Palyan there. If only she could execute the tumble turn, it would give her a great swimming advantage. bang into the finish. Rogers of Great Britain wins heat number 1. There's the official results for all 5 swimmers. As we move on in a moment to heat number 2. I wonder what the world record holder will make of heat number 1. She goes in lane number 4. There's the lineup. 6 swimmers will line up to take on the challenge of making the final tonight. It's always the fastest 8 go through, irrespective of where you finish in your heat. There's Frenny. Set the world record on the 10th of December 2011 for 59.95. Porter goes in 2 for Australia, Dubner in 3 for New Zealand, Frenny in 4 for Australia, Jordan in 5 for the USA, Schott in 6 for Germany, Aviles Hernandez in 7 for Mexico.
Take your marks.
Nothing separating the competitors off the blocks, but first up and away, Jacqueline Frenny. Jacqueline Frenny, 20 years of age, a multi-gold medalist here in the pool. Second is Jordan in lane 5 at the moment. Jacqueline Frenny striding away. Jordan second, Dubner third. Dubner for New Zealand, just 19 years of age. Well, this really is going to be all about the world record holder, all about Jacqueline Frenny. Some 24 seconds clear of her nearest rival in this heat. 22 seconds faster than Susanna Rogers on paper. We could easily ask, so what sort of form is she going to deliver? What is she going to show? Well, she's already answered that question. Jacqueline Frenny, with a split time of 1:11.68, is very quick, just about on world record pace. Well, look at that lead here. It's actually 14 metres now into that turn. Jacqueline Frenny 1:50 at the turn, marginally quicker than 1:50, 1:49.54. Very nicely positioned, centre of the lane, and you can see there, breathing to the right, breathing to the left. The bilateral breathing technique helps rhythm and balance in the stroke technique. 2:27.54. So if she held that pace, we'd be looking at a 4:55. The dive start is worth 2 or 3 seconds. So we're on for about a 4:58 at the moment. And the world record, of course, is 4:59.95. So on pace. The only woman in the world to ever break 5 minutes for this event at the women's 400 metres freestyle S7. Jacqueline Frenny kicks strong out the turn. Very, very dominant, to say the least. Jordan, the USA, turning second, having a good race with Dubner from New Zealand. Jacqueline Frenny. What a star she is of these Paralympic Games, London 2012. 25 metres clear on the nose, 25 metres clear of the nearest rival, 3:44.41 with 100 metres to go. She only has to swim 1 minute 16 for this last 100. For sure she must do that. Second is still Jordan, third still Dubner. Well, her stroke is slowing down a little bit, not much though. And this is the last turn. 350 metres complete. 4:23.07. Here comes Jacqueline Frenny. What a great performance she is. The 20-year-old Australian, 25 metres from home now. Second place is still Jordan. Third is still Dubber. 10 metres now from the finish. 4:59.95 is the world record. It's just outside. A new Paralympic record, though, by a massive, massive margin. Jordan in 5 for the USA, coming in second place. Good swim for her. So Jordan second, third Dubber. Coming in lane number 2 there is Porter for Australia. Porter gets 4th. Shot in 5th. Well, good morning performance, has to be said, doesn't it, for Jacqueline Frenny. Aviles Hernandez coming in from Mexico, 17 years of age. 6th place for her. So it's official. New Paralympic record for Jacqueline Frenny. Nice tight tumble turn for Frenny. And as ever, demonstrating how important it is to keep your head down inside the final 5, charging for the finish. 1.09 seconds outside of her own world record. Let's see if she can get that tonight. So the official results there for heat number 2. So there's the fastest 8. Susanna Rogers goes through in 2nd place. Palian qualifies 3rd ahead of Jordan of the USA. Dubber, Porter, Nelson shot. Fastest 8 in the world for the women's 400 metres freestyle, S7. So now we have the men's 100 metres breaststroke, SB14. 8 swimmers go here in heat number 1. This is the highest category, S for swimming, B for breaststroke, and 14 is the classification. There are 14 classes, 1 to 14, 1 being those swimmers with the more severe disability. 14, of course, the highest classification for these young men that struggle to some degree with learning. Good to see this class back in the Paralympic Games after some absence. Because of the absence, there's a minimum standard, a minimum world record standard set by the IPC, the International Paralympic Committee. That standard was set on the 15th of August 2012, and it's 109.11. So Wu goes in 1, Jensen in 2, Pavlenko in 3, Jung in 4, Pepper in 5, Vera Moran in 6, Lee in 7, Tang in lane 8.
Take your mark.
Daniel Pepper away very quickly indeed for Great Britain. Pepper's entry time 109.95. Jung in lane number 4 for Korea, 109.34 on paper. Daniel Pepper just holding back at the moment. Vera Moran going very well in lane 6. Vera Moran just headed up by Pavlenko of the Russian Federation. Pepper down in 3rd place at the turn. Pavlenko from Russia, 22 years of age, still leading in lane 3 and looking very, very powerful. Wonderful undulating rhythm. Almost riding his own wave that he's creating at the front of his stroke. This is very fast indeed and well inside that minimum standard. So officially a new world record, having beaten that standard time, 108.08. Pavlenko, the winner of heat number 1. Second went to Jung. Third went to Pepper. There's Pepper, bit bewildered there. What can you do about that tonight? Wonderful shape of the back as it curves up and over the water in front, trying to minimise the resistance. We don't want to stay flat. We don't want to be too angled head to feet either. Pavlenko, technically great. The fastest man in the world with a new world record. And there's the official result of heat number 1. So heat number 2 goes now. More British representation. Aaron Moores goes in lane number 6. Tanaka in lane 4, 19.12 his entry time. Looks in great shape for this event.
Take your mark.
Mark Evers in great shape also for the Netherlands. He goes in lane 5 and straight into the lead. He's having a great games. Already a gold medalist here, and Mark Evers does love the breaststroke. 109.61 his entry time. Bunching up a little bit now. Tanaka into the lead. And at 50 metres, 32.14, Tanaka leads. Evers second, Moores in 3rd for Great Britain. Moore's good underwater, closest to us with the red cap in lane number 6. But look at Tanaka go for Japan. Evers in 2nd. Eliasson going well in lane 3 for Australia. Tanaka here, 5 metres from home. He's going to post a very fast time. It's going to be inside the world record. It is by exactly 1 second. 107.08. Second goes to the swimmer in lane number 5, Mark Evers of the Netherlands, 108.46, also inside of what was the world record minimum standard before Heat 1 dived in. There's Mark Evers. Third going to Ellison there for Australia. Tanaka needs to fix his cap for tonight's final. It was flopping all over the place there. Actually, I think that was the picture of Eliasson. Tanaka there, nicely, tightly fitted, streamlined cap for a domineering performance. Lots of young children here today. Schools are back in the United Kingdom, but these children here representing their schools, all in school uniform. It's their second day back at school after 6 weeks summer holidays. What a great first day back at school, I must say. So there's the official results of heat number 2. Tanaka Evers, Eliasson takes 1, 2 and 3. Aaron Moore swam well for Great Britain in 4th place. And we'll have the start list for the final in just a moment. That might be quick enough for Moores to qualify. If he's in, he'll be an outside lane. Well, there's the fastest 8 qualifiers. Surprising to see Daniel Pepper in 7th. Aaron Moores in 6th. Pepper will take an outside lane, as too will Ayu. Tanaka, Pavlenko qualify 1st and 2nd. Both of those men broke the world record from different respective heats. So we look forward to that final later on tonight. So we have the women's 100 metres breaststroke, SB14. 6 swimmers go. British representation in the name of Natalie Massey in lane 2. Looks like we have some debris in the pool here. I think one of the volunteers is going to retrieve that. Yes, it is in fact a swim cap that was very loosely fitted from one of the competitors in the men's breaststroke event. Ellison, I think, from Australia, lost his cap there at the turn, which is very unusual. I've not seen that before. These caps are moulded silicon caps, and they come in 3 different sizes, small, medium and large. For the first time ever, they're being produced in 3 different sizes, so he'll need to step that down a size or 2 so it remains tightly fitted to his head. And they're very costly swim caps as well. You've got to get the right size, and you don't want it coming off in any of your races, let alone at the Paralympic Games. Cause quite a lot of drag when it's flopping around. So here are the competitors for heat number 1 of the women's 100 metres breaststroke SB14. Minimum standard here 1:17.42. Fastest qualifier, Bethany Firth for Ireland. There's Natalie Massey of Great Britain. Chow goes in lane 2 for Hong Kong. Marlo van der Kolk will go in lane number 5 for the Netherlands. Lindberg goes in 6 for Sweden. Mikova in 7, nearest to us for the Czech Republic. Bethany Firth away very well in lane number 4. Actually, it was a swimmer, Van der Kolk, with a white hat in lane number 5. Bethany Firth has a no-show. So the white cap of the Netherlands. Van der Kolk leading in lane 5. Current time 1:22.99. 39.28 at the turn. Massey in second. Lindberg in third. Massey still in second. Van der Kolk leading, the 18-year-old from the Netherlands. Massey in second, 23 years of age. Marlo van der Kolk coming home to win heat number 1. Van der Kolk, Massey, Lindberg having a good swim for Sweden in lane number 6, but there's the winner with a new Paralympic record. 1:23.45, some way off the minimum standard set as a world record, 1:17.42. There's Massey, 1:26.56, almost 2 seconds down on her best. Van der Kolk, nice diving stroke, coming up out of the treacle, as it were. Water 1,000 times thicker than air. Trying to get up and over to reduce the resistance. Marlo van der Kolk, the winner, with a new Paralympic record. Massey takes second, Lindberg third. Disqualification there, or did not swim, I should say, DNS. It's a no-show for Bethany Firth. She was on the start list. We're not sure the reason why she decided not to swim or couldn't swim, so we wish her well. So heat number 2 of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. Magda Totiers goes in lane 4 for the Netherlands. Totiers away. Up and racing very early. Medarts underwater for a lot longer. Namara Medarts of Belgium. And Medarts is in the lead. Medarts entry time 1:22.01. Totiers 1 lane up for the Netherlands. 1:19.91 is her entry time. So 37.92 for Totiers. Medarts in second place. Third is Clark for Australia. Fourth is Casco for Canada. Fifth is Diaz for Mexico. Sixth is 2 for Chinese Taipei. So, a commanding position for Totiers, Magda Totiers, the 26-year-old Dutch lady, coming home to win heat number 2, and it's quick. short stroke, finishing on a half stroke there, but 1:20.51, quick enough for, yet again, another new Paralympic record. Second went to Clark, third was Medarts, fourth Diaz, fifth Casco, and two coming in there in sixth place. Magda Totus, well, her entry time was 1:19.91. So always had the ability to swim that fast. It's not a lifetime personal best, but it is a new Paralympic record. You can set world records anywhere, of course, at designated competitions, but you can only set a Paralympic record here at the Games. So a terrific record to get there for Magda Totus of the Netherlands. And there's the official results, 1-6. So 2 heats down and 1 heat to go. Alonso will go as the fastest qualifier in lane number 4, Alonso Morales. 1:17.43 is her entry time, and that world record minimum standard with no name attached is 1:17.42. So within 100th of a second of that minimum standard world record, and there she is from Spain. Just 18 years of age. Corrie goes in lane 1, Murphy in 2.
Relax, please, swimmers. Relax, please.
Well, the swimmers have been asked to relax. Great physique there. Tall young lady, Alonso Morales of Spain. Judges are Mr. Starter uncomfortable about something. Just taking some marks off those starting blocks. So swimmers happy now, judges happy now, Mr. Starter is happy. Michelle Alonso Morales there in lane number 4. And a final prayer to the gods she makes.
Take your marks.
So Corrie in 1, Murphy in 2, Fowler in 3, Alonso Morales in 4, Leon in 5, Mandin in 6. Stefan Dottier goes in lane 7. And look at the ability here of Alonso Morales. Just 18 years of age. Thrusting those hands forwards very quickly as she drives the kick back. Has to get those hands forwards quickly so the kick can give you more distance off the stroke. 35.73 is inside the world record minimum standard split that will be needed. He's got a very narrow leg kick. The stroke's a very leg dominant stroke, but she's dominant here on the pull. Very powerful in the arms. Very high elbows as she applies leverage through the water. The upsweep is very powerful to the water surface as she thrusts the hands forward so quickly to get back into a streamlined position. But the leg kick is very, very narrow, unusually narrow. But look at the time, just outside that record, but a new Paralympic record, 1:18.78. World record minimum standard 1:17.42. To remind us all once again, needs to get more out of the leg kick for tonight's final. Michelle Alonso Morales, the winner of heat number 1 with a new Paralympic record. Lovely diving action there, getting the head down quickly, trying to get the body horizontal as quickly as possible. Michelle Alonso Morales, the winner of heat number 1, Leung second, Fowler third. And there's the start list for tonight's final. The fastest 8 qualifiers: Alonso Morales, Totas, Leung, the fastest 3 into the final. We'll see whether the world record goes tonight. So this event, the men's 50 metres backstroke S4. This is heat number 1. Kelly goes in lane number 2 for Australia. Sanchez Martinez in lane 3 for Mexico. Petrocek in 4 for the Czech Republic. And Povisil, we know these big names. He goes in 5 also for the Czech Republic. Cordera Da Silva goes in 6 for Brazil to complete the lineup. Petrocek's entry time is 45.81.
Take your mark.
And a nice start for Petrocek. Arnest Petrocek in 4. and up into the lead. Very, very good underwater indeed. Great rhythm, great speed, great strength. It's that dolphin-type motion. It is the fastest way to move underwater. I've been saying that all week. Massive core strength as he drives a dolphin butterfly leg kick at the surface. Arnes Petracek from the Czech Republic, 21 years of age. It's going to be outside the world record, but a fine swim for him. Povasil in second, but Sanchez going well on the touch. 45.16 is the win for Petracek from lane 4. Second was Sanchez there. Third, Povasil. Not much in it between those two rivals, but there is Arnes Petracek. Sanchez Martinez. Povasil there in third. Povasil, we can see how he drives the body forwards from the hips, and the power generated from the core, the mid-region of the body. He must have a six-pack on a six-pack. Petracek, the winner, heat number 1. Sanchez Martinez second. Povasil third. There's the official results there for heat number 1. Two swimmers will miss out on the final. There are 10 swimmers battling it out for just 8 places. We know the name of David Smetany. Rise for Mexico, the fastest on paper with 45.16. There he is. Juan Rise of Mexico, 30 years of age. Skoukas goes in 2. Lysakin goes in 3. Rise in 4. Smetany in 5. Mustafayev goes in 6.
Take your mark. Relax. Take your marks.
Nice start in lane number 4. Reyes of Mexico. And again, we can see the same sort of technique that Petracek delivered here. Kicking up and down in the vertical plane, making sure the feet are very high to the water surface. Keeping the body completely horizontal but undulating at the same time. Great rhythm. Lysakin going well in lane 3 for the Russian Federation with a very traditional alternating backstroke technique. But look at the rhythm of Reyes. Lysakin could get the touch here with the reach into the finish. He does get it, 46.57. Entry time of 48.21, so that's good for him. Lysakin in the winner. Reyes second. Smetany in third. He's run well, sub 50, 49.33 for David Smetany. There's the winner, Reyes of Mexico. David Smetany there. And there's the finish of this one length, the men's 50 metres backstroke S4. Reyes preferring to finish with his right shoulder there. We often see these swimmers crashing in with the top of their heads, and that must hurt, but saving the pain there as Reyes went into the wall with that right shoulder. Come the final tonight, he may finish in a different way because it'll be tight, very tight for medals. So there's the start list for tonight's final. 6 men all comfortably inside 50 seconds. 45, 46 seconds is what it's going to take for a medal, if not faster. Moving on to the women's 50 metres backstroke S4 now, heat number 1. There's a start list. 6 competitors line up, a mix of classes here. Riza Oglu goes in lane 2 for Greece. She's an S3, racing S4s across the board. And there's the record holders. Lisette Tunissen from the Netherlands, the great Dutch record holder. Tunissen goes in heat 2. There's Rizoglu for Greece. Bruder goes in 3 for the USA. Garcia goes in 4 for Brazil. Bayer goes in 5 for the People's Republic of China. Kolmogorova goes in 6 for the Russian Federation. Gabdulina completes the lineup in lane number 7. She's from Kazakhstan. So nearest to us, Gabdulina from Kazakhstan. Kolmogorova one lane up from the Russian Federation. Bays in 5 for the Chinese national team. Garcia in 4 for Brazil. Bruder in 3 for the USA. Rizoglu in 2 for Greece.
Take your marks.
Away nicely. Lane 5 into the lead. Juan Bei for the People's Republic of China. Chinese national team having a very good Paralympic Games here in London, heading the medals table. 25 metres there, the red disc on the left. 25 down, 25 to go. Juan Bei leading, but here comes Garcia. Garcia one lane up in lane 4. Edina Garcia from Brazil, 25 years of age, charging, but Bay's going to hold the lead in lane 5. 57.72 is her entry time. She's absolutely smashed it. 54.00. Garcia second in 54.70. Kolmog Orova took third in 56.51. Bay there looked comfortable at the end, not at all breathless. And there's the determination on her face, not breathing regularly, normally breathing in on one arm and out on the other. But these swimmers down the one-length mad dash, not needing quite so much oxygen. But there's the official results for heat number 1. Kolmogorova, just 16 years of age. A massive personal best for her, down from 63.83. She'll be very pleased with that. So here's heat number 2, 2 of 2. Tam goes in 1 for Germany. Conradi goes in 2, also for Germany. Ekstrom in 3 for Sweden. Tunison in 4 for the Netherlands. Swiderska in 5 for the Ukraine. Hammer in 6 for Poland. Gion in 7 for Korea. Well, there's Tunison, Lisette Tunison. A great figure of the Dutch national team, 26 years of age. The world record holder. Set the world record on the 29th of April 2011. Paralympic records 51.48.
Take your marks.
Well, that Paralympic record could go right here, right now. Lisette Tunison in 4. A commanding position already. Gion going very well down in lane 7. Swiderska now going well in lane 5. Tunison trying to stretch her lead. That's a 25-metre point. A body length and a half up. 2 body lengths up. 15 metres to go. This is really, really quick. In fact, her world record's 48.49. The Paralympic record, 51.48. Lisette Tunison for the Netherlands, the 26-year-old, is going to take this comfortable win in heat number 2. 52.90. Backed off that Paralympic record at the end there. Swiderska taking second with that double arm backstroke technique. Ekstrom taking third. 4th is Hammer. 5th is Gion. Conradi comes home 6th. Tam is going to come home 7th there, up in lane 1 for Germany. Tunison, the winner, heat number 2. Swiderska there getting second, and that's the face of Ekstrom from Sweden. Lisette Tunison. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Helps you with the rhythm and timing of the stroke on this alternating backstroke technique. Oh, misjudged that finish there. Could have gone for the touch. She'd have been aware of the stroke count from the flags, and she was just an inch away from the wall, which really cost her that record, I think. So there's the official results of heat number 2. And Lisette Tunison qualifies fastest for tonight's final. Bay in second for China, Garcia in third for Brazil. The fastest 8 women in the world. Well, it is Thursday, the 6th of September. The holidays are all over, and we still have thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the Aquatic Centre. This is the men's 100 metres freestyle S8, heat number 1. Sean Fraser for Great Britain goes in lane 3, but look who he's next to. Maurice Delaine of the Netherlands, and look who he's next to. Wang of China. This is a good lineup. Blake Cochran in there as well. So here come the competitors. Wang, the Paralympic record holder, 58.84, and the defending Paralympic champion. A correction there, it's a different teammate. Defending champion 2008, not actually defending his title here. Maurice Delaine goes in 4, Yinan Wang for China in 5. Cochran there in 6. There's Wang. Delaine absolutely cut, rippling muscles on muscles. Fraser in 3, Razoy in 2, Andrade Guillain in 1. Oliveira goes in 8, nearest to us for Brazil. Bailon Galindo in 7 for Spain. All men, all set, 2 lengths of the pool.
Take your marks.
Nicely into his stroke. Maurice Delaine, very smooth. Maurice Delaine still in the lead, stretching his lead. Yinan Wang second in lane number 5. Maurice Delaine, 41 years of age, a veteran of the national team. A great role model he is. 1300ths of a second ahead of Wang. Fraser's in 3rd. Fraser swimming very well for Great Britain, 22 years of age. Wang also 22 years of age. Wang pressing Delaine. Fraser coming through nicely onto the hips of Delaine. It's Wang, Delaine, Fraser. 5 metres to go, and this is a real quick time by Wang, 58.97. Second is Delaine, 59.98 inside the minute. Fraser, 60.78. There's Wang. Well, Maurice Delaine has entered 58.39. I think he just backed off the gears. Sean Fraser swam well, 60.77 his entry time, so 60.78 was a good swim for him. and he was looking towards top gear there, Sean Fraser, but Maurice Delaine not in top gear. So there's the official result for heat number 1. So heat number 2 now. Mortensen goes in lane number 1, Hind in 2 for Great Britain, Song in 3 for the People's Republic of China, Tarasov in 4 for Russia, Lysenkov in 5 for Russia, Young in 6 for Great Britain, McAllister in 7 for Canada, Austin in 8 for the USA.
Take your marks.
Well, up in lane number 3, Song very good off the blocks and underwater, but into the lead now is Tarasov. Denis Tarasov of the Russian Federation, 19 years of age, leading in lane number 4. Second is Lysenkov, his teammate, in lane number 5. Tarasov, Lysenkov, Song. That's the 1, 2, 3 at 50 metres. Tarasov, long and strong with his strokes. Not max out with his leg kick there. Lysenkov kicking stronger. Tarasov is going to take this heat number 2. It's a good time as well, 58.65. Second went to Lysenkov. Third, Song. Fourth, Thomas Young of Great Britain, 61.85 for Young. McAllister in 5th. 6th was Mortensen. So after the turn, we see the finish of these competitors and the official results there for heat number 2. Tarasov, Lysenkov, Song, the 1, 2, 3. Young swum well. And there's the start list for tonight's final. Young did swim well enough to qualify in the outside lane in 8th. Sean Fraser also in there. 2 Russians in there. 2 Chinese competitors in there. Tarasov qualifying the fastest. Women's 100 metres freestyle S8 now. Here's heat number 1. Six swimmers will line up. World record held by Jessica Long of the USA. Long doesn't swim until heat number 3. This is heat 1 of 3. Jessica Long, the defending Paralympic champion, set the world record last year. 106.50. There's lane 4, Mallory Wegerman of the USA. 1:08.42, 1 minute 8 seconds and 42 100ths for this 2 lengths freestyle. Sogamunyan goes in lane number 2. There she is. 3 is Bird. Wegerman in 4, Jiang in 5, Evelev in 6, Berube in 7. Berube closest to us there, representing Canada. Evelev representing the USA, Jiang representing China, Wegerman the USA, Bird Canada, Sogamonyan Russia. All swimmers all set. Heat number 1.
Take your marks.
Nothing separates them there on the reactions off the starting blocks. Nice underwater and servicing just before the 15-metre marker was Jiang. These Asian competitors always good with their underwater skills, always going further than anybody else across the world, conserving energy and swimming fast underwater for little effort. Less resistance underwater, more streamlined underwater. But there's Wegerman, 33.42. Wegerman, Bird and Jiang, first 3 at the turn. Bird looking very good for Canada, very good indeed. Morgan Bird into the lead now. 19 years of age. Bird, Wegerman, Jiang. 10 metres from the finish now. Mallory Wegerman driving back hard in the closing stages, 1:10.50. Responded to the challenge by Morgan Bird. Bird second, Jiang third. So, as would have been expected, Mallory Wegerman is the winner of heat number 1. Jiang swam well, but so too is Bird. There's Wegerman. Head down for the first few strokes, head down for the last few strokes. No mistake in the winner there, Mallory Wegerman of the USA. There's the official results of heat number 1. So heat number 2 now, and this will be interesting. Heather Fredrickson of Great Britain goes in lane number 4. 1:06.83 is her entry time, 0.02 of a second shy of the Paralympic record set 4 years ago by Jessica Long. Long in the next heat. She'll be wondering, what will Fredrickson do here for Great Britain? Already a gold medalist. A difficult 12-month period she's had, but she's on absolute dynamic form.
Take your marks.
Vespestad goes in 2 for Norway. Vinther in 3 for Denmark. Fredrickson 4 for Great Britain. Elliott 5 for Australia. Istomina 6 for the Ukraine. Ceresolu in 7 for Italy. Istomina, Elliott, Fredrickson all neck and neck. Elliott slightly ahead for Australia. Elliott leading. Fredrickson in second. Elliott, just 13 years of age, having the games of her life. Elliott, Istomina, Fredrickson. Fredrickson really digging in now. This is a great race, 25 metres from the end. Heather Fredrickson of Great Britain being headed out by Madison Elliott. Madison Elliott, 13 years of age, from Australia. Fredrickson, 26-year-old from Great Britain, in lane number 4. This is a very fast time indeed. Madison Elliott, who's going to get there? Fredrickson gets there. 1:07.53, not too shy of the Paralympic record. big swim there from Heather Fredriksson. Elliott second by 900ths of a second. There she is, 67.62. Istamina third with 1:11.95. There's the dive start. Fredriksson on the right-hand side. Needs to stay centre of the lane. After the dive entered there, her body got pulled across to what would be her left-hand side of the lane. So there is Heather Fredriksson's win. The times are official for heat number 2. Fastest so far by some margin, 67s. Wigerman's 1:10 from heat number 1. Wigerman's entry time though, 1:08.42, so this is really hotting up. As we now have all eyes on Jessica Long of the USA. But let's watch Vladi Kinar and Hollis. Hollis representing Great Britain in lane number 3. So the full lineup will see Mailhot in 1 for Canada, Pansters in 2 for the Netherlands, Hollis in 3 for Great Britain, Long in 4 for the USA. There she is, the ever-focused Jessica Long, ever self-confident, self-believing Jessica Long of the USA. Vladi Kinar goes in 5 for the Russian Federation, Weinberg in 6 for Germany, Cabus in 7 also for Germany. Tall figure of Vladi Kinar in lane 5 next to Long, all set 2 lengths of the pool. Very good underwater, lane number 5, Vladi Kinar. Olesya Vladi Kinar from the Russian Federation, 24 years of age, having a great challenge by Stephanie Weinberg in 6 from Germany. Vladi Kinar still leading. Jessica Long though coming into form. Long now in lane 4. Long leads. Jessica Long turning first for the USA, 32.87. Vladi Kinar second, Weinberg third, Cabus fourth, Pansters fifth, Hollis is down in 6th, Mailhot 7th. Hollis needs to pick the pace off 39.81. Here is Jessica Long, 5 metres clear now, 1:06.50. Here's her entry time. It's also her world record time, set on the 12th of August 2011. This is very fast indeed. It's a new world record. 1:06.06 for Jessica Long. The defending champion delivers. Second was Vladi Kinar, 1:11.74 after a fast start. Third went to Pansters from the Netherlands in lane 2. But my word, Jessica Long this morning at 11.25 now, posting a great performance. There's Vladi Kinar and Pansters from the Netherlands. She's just 16 years of age. And here's the great start, the dolphin kicking down the left-hand slide, Vladi Kinar, and breaking out very nicely into then an alternating kicking technique. Very smooth breakout. And there's the powerful finish of Jessica Long. And the results are official there for heat number 3. And the start list for tonight's final sees the fastest 8 women in the world line up. Good news for Heather Fredriksson, in second place, Elliott in third. Wegerman's a big name, but Jessica Long, a big name too, with a big morning performance for her. So we move on now to the men's 50 metres backstroke S5. And there's a start list. For heat number 1, 6 swimmers will go. Larsen in 2 for Denmark. Avellino in 3 for Brazil. Brexki goes in 4 for Hungary. Anthony Stevens in 5 for Great Britain. Perkins in 6 for the USA. Rubenik goes in 7 for Croatia. He, the world record holder and the Paralympic record holder, 35.04. So 1 length of the pool. Brexki there in lane 4, 35 years of age. Next to Great Britain's Anthony Stevens with a red hat. In 5, Stevens, 26 years of age. Stevens staying as warm as he can for as long as he can. Stevens looking in great shape, the fittest I've seen him look there for Great Britain in 5. Carrying a few extra pounds last year. He's got himself into even greater shape following his successes at the European Championships, where he took some great medals just last year.
Take your mark.
Well, a very, very fast start for Stevens, but look at the underwater ability here of Brexki of Hungary in lane number 4. Really flying. Brexki, 35 years of age, comfortably leading by 2 complete body lengths. Really mixing up the waters with his leg kick there. 15 metres from the end, Stevens is in second place. Anthony Stevens going well, but up in lane number 2, Larsen. Larsen going very well for Denmark, but look at this, 38.86. Winning time. Stevens in 3rd, Larsen in 2nd. Brexki there. Nice performance for him. Larson did very well. 42.56 for Larson. Stevens 43.60 there. And there's the finish of the winner of Heat 1. And there's the official results. Avellino in 4th, Perkins in 5th, Gubenik in 6th for Croatia. So we move on to heat number 2. You see 3 heats across this event. There's only 8 places for the final. Well, James Scully, Junquan He for China, Ricardo Ten for Spain. Popular names here. He there in 4, 34 years of age. Vo goes in 2 for Vietnam. Scully for Ireland in 3. He in 4 for China. Abdullah goes in lane 5. 10 in 6. Luki in 7. Well, the men are away. He going well in the centre of the pool. A full body length clear. A very, very fast kicking rate. A 6-beat kick, as we call it. Abdullah going well for Malaysia, 1 length down. Abdullah's 39 years of age now, but he leading, takes the win, 37.02. Vo for Vietnam gets 2nd. 3rd, Abdullah for Malaysia. 10 in 4th. Scully in 5th. Luki in 6th. Another winning time, 37.02 is very good. Less than 2 seconds off the world record. Abdullah in 3rd. 2nd was Vo, as we just saw him on screen there. Vo, 27 years of age from Vietnam. There's the winner from lane 4. He from China with a time of 37.02. 5 seconds clear of his nearest rival. One more heat to come in this, the men's 50 metres backstroke, S5. Only 2 men have gone under 40 seconds. As we see the lineup of heat number 3. Daniel Diaz. Well, for sure, he'll go under 40 seconds. Mullen will go in lane number 5 for Great Britain. Mullen's just 15 years of age. Diaz from Brazil, 24. Kwasi there in lane 7 for Argentina. He's 29 years of age. Oroglu goes in 6 for Turkey, just 16 years of age. And the man with the red hat, the 15-year-old Andrew Mullen of Great Britain, Daniel Dias in 4 for Brazil, Leslie in 3 for New Zealand, Siga in lane 2 for Malaysia. Coach for Andrew Mullen just making sure he was comfortable there at the start.
Take your mark.
Got a little bit anxious, but he's away well. Andrew Mullen away very, very well. Still very deep though, needs to get up there. Underwater, too deep, and took too long to get to the surface. Very angled towards the surface, but this man was up and away and flying. Daniel Dias from Brazil, 24 years of age, already a gold medalist here. Keep her on the clock because the world record is 35.04. He's got 5 minutes to go. I think he'll be just outside, but what a great performance there, judging the finish well. He knew the stroke count and a longer last 2 finishing strokes into the wall, 36.29. Second was Mullen, 39.69, so inside 40 seconds for Mullen. Leslie 42.88 in third for New Zealand. Daniel Dias, he delivered once again. Mullen did well, 15 years of age. Leslie there for New Zealand, but it was all about Dias. Got away from the wall in 0.67 of a second. Mullen was very quick though, 0.62. Just underwater for far too long, went far too deep with that backwards dive. So 3 heats down, a disqualification there for Siga from Malaysia. 5 swimmers recording times that are official. Dias, Mullen, Leslie, Iroglu and Kwasi all posting official times. And we'll see in a moment the fastest 8 men in the world. For this, the men's 50 minutes backstroke S5 final, and there we have it. 36.29 for Dias, all the way down to Abdullah from Malaysia. And good news for Great Britain, Andrew Mullen is comfortably in with that swim of inside 40 seconds, 39.69. He goes 4th fastest qualifier tonight, and that will give him lane number 6. So a good position for Mullen in tonight's final. So, as I've already said, thousands and thousands and thousands of people still packing into this aquatic centre, even though people are all back at work, even though the children are all back at school. Many children are here with tickets, enjoying all the swimming. It's day 2 for them back at school, and what an exciting day 2 it is for them. It's day 8 for us here at Paralympic Games London 2012. As we move into the men's 100 metres backstroke, 100 metres freestyle S10. Robert Welburn here going in lane number 5. And here are the competitors. Andre Brazil from Brazil, the defending Paralympic champion. That man there, Hoyt from Canada, 28 years of age, the fastest in this heat, number 1. Anderson from Denmark, Next to Anderson of Australia, we've got Welburn in for Great Britain. Hoyt in 4 for Canada. Grigorev is in 3 for the Russian Federation. Buckley in 2 for Canada. The last swimmer to complete the lineup, Izadyar, goes in lane number 1. He's from the Islamic Republic of Iran. He's just 18 years of age. All men, all set. Nicely underwater is Robert Welburn from Great Britain. He was off the blocks in 0.79. Not up into his stroke as quick as Anderson from Australia. Anderson looking very good, but so too is Grigorev in lane 3 from the Russian Federation. Also going well 4 now is Hoyt in 4 for Canada. He does turn first, 100th of a second separating him and Grigorev, 1400th of a second separating the top 3. Robert Welburn needs to make a challenge. Welburn down by almost a full body length. There's 25 metres to go. And looking very good in lane number 4 is Hoyt of Canada, the 28-year-old still leading, and Anderson trying to stay with him. Anderson looking very strong inside the final 5. The touch goes to Hoyt in lane 4, 54.46. Second was Anderson from Australia in lane 6. Third went to Grigorev in lane 3. Fourth was Robert Welburn, 55.45 for him. There's the winner, Hoyt, from 4. Grigorev, powerful Russian, posted 54.95 unofficially. So there we have it. 1 heat down. 2 more to come. I'm not sure whether 55.45 will be fast enough for Welburn. Down in 4th. Really need to post to 54 seconds. But they are the official results for heat number 1. So these men away. Heat number 2. Wise in 1 for the USA. Edmonds in 2 for Great Britain. Ludwig in 3 for Germany. Rodriguez in 4 for Brazil. Steen in 5 for Canada. Hassiem in 6 for South Africa. Pendleton in 7 for Australia. Going very well is lane number 4. Rodriguez for Brazil, 22 years of age. Turning first in 25.88. Steen in 2nd. Edmonds is doing well in 3rd place. Edmonds for Great Britain, 37 years of age now. 26.93 the turn for Edmonds. But here is the powerful charge of these big men in lanes 4 and 5. Rodriguez in 4 for Brazil. Steen in 5 for Canada. 53.21. Rodriguez takes the win. Steen in 54.23 in 2nd. Ludwig in 3rd in 55.71. So that's good news for Robert Welburn, because Ludwig was slower than the Brit in heat number 1. 55.45 for Welburn. Ludwig 55.71 in 3rd. There he is. It might not be Welburn that's disappointed in the end. It may well be Ludwig. Two heats down and 1 heat to come. It's really hotting up. Edmonds 56.01. That won't qualify. Edmonds down in 4th for Great Britain. To be sure to make the final, you've got to post 54 seconds. So Rodriguez, the clear winner there for heat number 2, as we move on to heat number 3. And Andre Brazil from Brazil will go in lane 4, the world record holder. David Levesque's in there, Pasterfield's in there, Paul's on form, Zook is incredible form. Kufal goes in lane 1 for the Czech Republic.
Take your mark.
They're away. 4 and 5, neck and neck. Pasterfield and Brazil. Pasterfield leading. Pasterfield from Australia. Brazil was the fastest off the blocks in 0.67, just cruising off Pasterfield at the moment. 25-29 for Pasterfield, and Brazil looking very easy in second place. Third is Silverman. Silverman from the USA, just 16 years of age, already a gold medalist here in the 400 freestyle. Silverman in lane 7, doing very well. Lane 5 is Pasterfield, and he's still leading Brazil in second place. Brazil coming through very strong and long at the finish, cruising into the finish. 53.01 was the win, though, in lane 5, Pasterfield. 53.02, a hundredth of a second behind Pasterfield was Brazil. Easy peasy lemon squeezy is one of my phrases, and it was just that for Brazil. There he is. Silverman, he did very well. 54.85, so he will be in with 54 points. Brazil went for the finish before Pasterfield, but just glided in, cruised in. Didn't make any mistakes, just stretching easy there, didn't look under pressure. So there's the official results for heat number 3. David Levesque, 55.15, may sneak an outside lane, but he may also be out at the start list, and he is out. It did take a 54. Grigorev is in, 54.95. And no British competitors will feature in that final. That is a real surprise. So moving on to the women's 100 metres freestyle S10, heat number 1. Seven swimmers will go. And now the athletes are welcomed onto Poolside Park. Will lead them out. She's in lane number 1. Followed by Jeanette McNeil, followed by Downey, followed by Mortimer in red, followed by Scott, followed by Morales, and followed by Mellencamp. Mellencamp from the Netherlands goes in lane number 7, nearest to us there in the orange. That lady, Summer Ashley Mortimer, 61.17. She's the fastest. So Mellencamp in 7, Morales in 6, Scott in 5, Mortimer there in 4, Downey in 3, Jeanette McNeil in 2, and Park in lane 1. Park represented Korea. 66.94 for her, compared to Mortimer's 61.17 in the middle of the pool. The whistle goes for this, the women's 100 metres freestyle S10. Mortimer away very, very well. Summer Ashley Mortimer in for 0.72 off the starting blocks. She was the fastest, and she is leading. 19-year-old. Lane 3 going very well. That's Downey, the 16-year-old from Australia. Downey really digging in. Mortimer, though, over first. 29.79. Mortimer, Downey, Scott. Mortimer still leading. Downey still in second place. This is a fine performance from Downey, but a finer performance from Mortimer. Scott going very well in lane 5 for the USA. Mortimer all the way. Look at the clocks, a very fast time, 61.98. Second was Downey. Third was Scott. Fourth, Morales of Spain. Summer Ashley Mortimer painting her fingernails there with the Union Jack. She is Canadian, so obviously enjoying these Paralympic Games. And there she is, a nice lean into the finish, possibly a little long out there, decelerated by, well, a very short degree. Mortimer, Downey, Scott, the 1, 2, 3 there for heat number 1. Just 2 heats. 8 more swimmers will go in heat number 2. And there it is. The start list for heat 2. Sophie Pascoe, Eames, Lorandi. Centre of the pool, Gemma Armand representing Great Britain in lane 7. So Jablonska goes in 1 for Poland, Rivard in 2 for Canada, Eames in 3 for the USA, Pascoe in 4 for New Zealand, Lorandi in 5 for France, Paulik in 6 for Poland, Armand in 7 for Great Britain, Sapiro in 7 for South Africa. And they're away. A nice start for Sapiro from South Africa, but very fast into a stroke in lane number 4 is Sophie Pascoe, Paralympic champion already here in London 2012. Looking in great form here on the freestyle. Sophie Pascoe only off the blocks in 0.84, but a full body length ahead now at the turn. 29.07, followed by Lorandi, followed by Rivard. Lorandi from France, also a gold medal winning swimmer here in the pool. Pascoe, very good at all the 4 strokes, winning the individual medley. 19 years of age from New Zealand. Sophie Pascoe in lane 4. Split time of 29.07. Let's watch the clock. It's going to be tight on the Paralympic record. It is a new record. Inside 101.57. Posting a 101.17. 0.4 of a second inside the record for Sophie Pascoe. What a nice performance. But Lorandi swam well also, 101.87. Elodie Lorandi of France, always going to finish fast because she prefers the longer distances. Rivard taking 3rd from lane 2. There's the dive start of Pascoe. And there's the finish of Pascoe. Lovely technique. Piercing the water with those fingertips, stabbing that hand in. Nice high elbow, nice forwards reach. That was an impressive heat. Both women on 61. The official results there, 1-8. Armand down in 7th place. Unfortunately for Great Britain, Gemma Armand, 19 years of age. And there's the final. No British representation there either. in the women's 100 freestyle S10, but we do have the fastest 8 women in the world. Pascoe, the fastest with a new Paralympic record. So we move on to the next event, event number 118. The star list is up for this, the men's 100 metres butterfly S11. 6 competitors go right there. Mashenko goes in heat number 1. All eyes on him. He's good for a gold medal. But here are the heat swimmers. For heat 1, Enhamed goes in heat number 2. He's the world record holder, the defending Paralympic champion. But there is Mashenko, Alexandra Mashenko from Ukraine, in lane 4, 63.54 his entry time, very, very fast. Lemus Rojas in lane 2 there for Colombia. Next to him is Oliver from Spain. Mashenko is next to Oliver. Mashenko in 4, always the fastest swimmer, placed in lane 4. Mashenko from Ukraine. Smirnov, we know his face. Smirnov, the successful swimmer from the Ukraine, also lane 5 for Smirnov. Kawi in 6 for Japan. Jurchan in lane 7, nearest to us for Thailand. Smirnov pretty good off the starting blocks there, and up into his stroke first, but still underwater, and into the lead in lane number 3 was Oliver, Israel Oliver from Spain. But in lane 5, Smirnov hit the lane rope there, but Smirnov, Viktor Smirnov, the powerful man from Ukraine, doing very well. Oliver, though, the surprise leader at the 50-metre turn, 29.39. Kawi second, Smirnov third. Smirnov hitting the lane rope here again on the way back down. Does like to hug the lane rope, Smirnov, but he's a bit tight at the moment. Oliver from lane 3 for Spain, 1:06.42 his entry time. Mashenko coming through. Oliver's going to take it, tying up at the end there, 1:05.51 though. About 6 pianos fell across the shoulders of Israel Oliver in lane number 3 for Spain, but he got there. Second was Mashenko. Third was Smirnov. Not much in it at all, though. Jurchan coming in for Thailand in lane 7, posting a time of 1:29.92, but there's the winner. Israel Oliver, 1:05.51. Compared to Mashenko's 1:05.68. And Smirnov, 1:05.76. Very tight in the end. There's the dive start. And a real crash on the lane rope for Oliver at the very start of the swim. These competitors, S11, so they have a visual impairment, have the tappers at the turn and tappers at the finish to help them into the turn and onto the wall at the end. And the biggest challenge is to always stay on line. Often tight on the lane rope to just feel it slithering down the side of the body but if you're too tight, it can slow you down, or if you're angled into the rope, it can actually really hurt. So here we go with heat number 2, and the world record holder is in lane 4. Ortega goes in 2. All men are already on pool deck, but there's Enhamed in lane 4. In lane 3 is Kimura of Japan. Ortega's representing Cuba in lane number 2. Schneider representing USA in 5. Tilsley in 6 for Canada. Chukharov in 7 for the Russian Federation, nearest to us. So 6 swimmers here in heat 2, all set for 2 lengths of the pool.
Take your marks.
Nice start. Lane number 5, Schneider, Bradley Schneider from the USA, always good away, always good through the air, always good underwater. But look at the world record holder go. Enhamed is always tied up at the end of his swims here in London 2012, but he has such natural speed, but can he hold the speed in the closing stage is the big question. He is the defending champion. He does turn first. Kimura second, Schneider in third. So Enhamed, the big wingspan of Enhamed, leading for Spain as Schneider challenges him. Schneider for the USA, Kimura going very well up there for Japan. Enhamed ties up once again, 15 metres from home. Enhamed ties up, elephants and pianos across his shoulders. But here's Bradley Schneider of the USA coming home to take the win. This is heat 2. Schneider gets it 1:05.06, the fastest time of the morning. Second is Kimura, 1:06.29. Third goes to Enhamed, 1:06.54. Schneider there, the winner, heat number 2. Kimura second, there he is, from Japan, pleased with that. 1:06.29. Enhamed thinking, what do I have to do in the final? I think he needs to control his early speed. Not let too much lactic acid burn up and fire through the muscles in the closing stages. If he focuses on explosive breathing and just steps back on the tempo for the first 15 metres, he could be challenging for gold. But Schneider, well, quite dominant. The 28-year-old American turned in 30.23, turned in third and came home with 65.06. Well, that is the final race of the morning. We've had 14 events, 30 races across the board, and these children really have loved their morning out of class. What a treat they've had in this magnificent facility, the aquatic centre here in the Olympic Park. Such sparkly waters. I would think every child here, perhaps the adults as well, feel like diving into these wonderful waters. No disqualification there for Ortega from Cuba. Ortega was in lane number 2 there in heat number 2. But that's the official results for heat 2. Schneider gets the touch, Kimura and Enhamed, the 1, 2, 3. So they're safely through into the final. The fastest 8 men go through, irrespective of where you finish. And Tilsley does get in. He was 4th in heat number 2, 1:08.76 for Canada. So there's the lineup for tonight's final. But the first 4 men in the world, all on 65 seconds. That will be a great final. The men's 100 metres butterfly, S11. So at the conclusion of the morning at 12:06, the judges officials, referees, Mr. and Mrs. Starter will leave the poolside, as too will the crowd leave the balcony area. Some 17,000 seats here in the Aquatic Centre. Almost 16,000 in the end joined us for the heats this morning. Great racing there has been once again. Do keep following us on paralympic.org. There are 7 live channels, 5 English-speaking channels, 2 Spanish channels. There's a dedicated swimming channel. The International Paralympic Committee are bringing you 780 hours live feed. It's been a fantastic morning. From me, Nick Gillingham, do have a very, very good day.
This is the TOC at C1. International Stereo Sound for Television. Left channel. Right channel.
inside.